Good afternoon, guys. Finally, we're here. Hello. My name is Pooh. We met online for like 3 months already, I guess. Yeah, and you are look the same like the screen. Okay, you all look the same with no filters. Right? You are don't use no filter, right? You did not do this filters. So that's why you look the same. Me as well, right? Look the same as well. Yeah. Hello, and today you guys prepare for the group works, right? I guess it could kick off with the group work first, and then we'll give a small lecture and a small workshop. Because you know what, next week we will go on site. We will go to the Chiang Mai city together, like the real thing, tangible thing. We touch thing, we smell thing. So that would be fun. So group number one. Who is group number one? You are, and look like you lost somebody there. So who's not here? Eugene. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Attain. Okay. Okay, physically, oh, but she's online. She's online. And also
Really?
Eugene, right? And also Eugene. So yeah, ask them to get in the same number, the same room that I usually open. So group number one, we're waiting for 2 online people. Yeah. And group number 2, I guess this is one, right? This is the more active group.
6 persons.
Members.
Okay.
Yeah, the most problem. Yeah, I don't know. It could be more productive. I guess.
Energetic.
Yeah.
Right.
Energetic.
Oh, only yesterday.
Only yesterday. I don't know. And group number 3, you have 3. Yeah, that's cool. And how is it? How have the works going? You also played yesterday. Okay.
Last night.
Yesterday. Not in the daytime, in the nighttime. Okay, if we're waiting for the online members, I think it will take time. So it could start with group number 2 or 3 first. Which one? Which group you want? 2 or 3? Yeah. Right now, I guess if you want to share something, you have to attend the Zoom, and you can share the screen, right? Yeah, right now. Okay, you have like 10 or 15 minutes to speak, but actually, like it could be any. We have 3 hours to talk, but don't take much time. Okay, you have anything to say before we start? You have to speak online. You have to speak online.
Okay, I seldom speak with the mic, but I'm happy to do that. So we are group 2, and our theme or our topic is smart infrastructure and environments. And we have 6 members in the group, and like basically we have 6 categories on our map later, and you will see it later. So this. Yeah, actually, our member will speak one by one later. So why don't you all come out? Like, yeah, I'm having my laptop because I need to. Oh, okay, because I think all our members need to speak, right? I'm not the only one who speak. I expect. Yeah. So we have. So basically, we base on our understanding on smart infrastructure and environment. We're having 6 category, and we spot all the 6 category on the map in Chiang Mai. So basically, we have eco-friendly transportation, in green color, financial services, in purple color, co-work space, in gray color, public hospital in blue color, temple or church in red color, and pollution in gray area. Yep, next slide, please. So when we talk about like the principal theme of smart infrastructure, our group try to brainstorm some idea because I think like because we always have class about what is smart and what is the definition of smart. Like we had some discussion beforehand, like in different lecture. So mostly like people would think smart mean technology and it is exclusively technology related. However, our group thinking that smart is more than that. Smart should be like help people to create a better urban life. It should be things that is helping with people lives, but not only technology. So therefore, based on the theme, we having five principle for that. The first one is eco-friendly. Of course, it's related to the environment. The second is affordable, accessible, and equitable. So we believe with even with or without the help of technology, like the infrastructure or the city should open to all people in the city. The third one is tech advance, of course, because we need to be smart, right? The fourth is safety, healthy, and promoting well-being. I think our group think it is also should be included into smart infrastructure is because the infrastructure should not be only open to everyone, but it also like ensure like people are having a certain level of like quality of life. So I think well-being, health, and safety should like stand like this definition. And the fifth one is socially inclusive or culturally sensitive. I think it's actually not only I think this definition just speak for like because people also have their need to social. People always want to have a better mental health being. Therefore, we always need a social, inclusive, and culturally sensitive environment for everyone together, and everyone can make friends. So let's we start with our eco-friendly transportation. Next slide. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Ajay. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to talk about eco-friendly transportation. It is actually about the annual transportation and the best transportation system. As we all know, the annual is the business founded in Singapore in 2017 and is now serving in Singapore, Malaysia, and in Thailand. And this goal is to provide a fun, affordable, and environmentally friendly transport alternative. So it's easy to access to local people and easy to use application. And anyway, it's able to get around the city without own cars and not worrying about parking, the where routes are not covered by the public transport. Anyway, kick off in Mandalay, in Thailand, operation in Taiwan. Sorry. As is a relatively small province where there many people are already familiar with the concept of bike sharing. Currently, the service is concentrated in the city center with about 150 docking stations already installed and more than 6,000 users in a user party. Is usually provided is docking areas in the Chiang Mai University and in the downtown area. The company also install another anyway docking spot that is provided on the anyway is over in this area. This is the China, and in this area there are 100 docking stations at these areas. I according to the data from the anyway and and according to the information from the anyway is also planned to expand its services in these three areas because these three areas is the most tourist attractions areas in Chiang Mai. With the spread of COVID-19 in 2020 and 21, the urbanities everywhere have been avoiding using public transit. as for our knowledge in Beijing, China, the use of bike sharing system increased more than 150%. And while Jakarta, Indonesia, the number of bike users showed up 500% during the lockdown period. Also in the Chiang Mai, the number of anyway user grew 19%, while the average daily use has increased from 1.5 times per day bike to 4 times. Also, Chiang Mai Smart City Strategy Plan was drafted in 2019 in response to the Thailand 4.0 policy, and there is ambition to become a smart and sustainable city. And initiative tackles various issues from smart agriculture, clean energy, infrastructure, modernization, to acknowledge the management and smart mobility. Recently, the city has invested in more bike lanes and outcar-free days and promoted low carbon lifestyle. And a bike service like the Anywheel can help fulfill the versions of Thailand 4.0 policy for their smart and sustainable city. According to the Chiang Mai Governor Office, according to the data from the Chiang Mai Governor Office publication, it was found that the province continues to develop the better connected mass transport. For example, people can get off the bus stop and switch to the bike. The small green top entry stop, and there's two larger green top. This is where and the now and this area, these are the bus stop station. So what's the bus station? Bus station. In this area, there's only 2 bus stop stations. But the Chiang Mai Governor Office plans to provide more bus stop stations in order to switch between the bus stop station and the Anywheel. How can I say? Anywheel switch. So people can switch between the people can get off the bus stop and switch to the bike. In the future, if if they have to communicate further, they can take a electric tuk-tuk or electric bus. Is just the expectation from our future city. So in our future city, we hope there will be more connected spots between Anywheel and the bus station. We hope for more sports. So to be concluded, in using Anywheel, the bus fare is 10 baht per 30 minutes. And there is a monthly pass started from at 200 baht. So it's an eco-friendly and convenient and affordable way to get around the city, the center, where the important sites are located not too far from each other, as we can see in the spot in these areas. The spots are not too far from each other. Yes. So for better improvement in Anywheel service, our future city expects Anywheel to develop its application to better fit urban lifestyles and plans to expand its service to e-scooters. It's already taxed in the Singapore and Malaysia, but not yet in the Thailand, and especially in the Chiang Mai, allowing the commuters to cover long distances. This is, this is our group searching for eco-friendly transportation in Chiang Mai in this area. Not best, but I have some experience with the Anywheel. I have no experience with best. Yes, but there's maybe some better improvement in Anywheel service that has already done in Malaysia and in Singapore, but not yet in the Thailand and Chiang Mai. And our smart city expected to be more switching spot between the bus station and the anyway spots. Yes. Thank you, Arjun.
Yeah, in our group session, we also put the financial services to be in the smart and green, smart and sustainable city development. So in that those three area, I have found out that these public spots are the banking offices and some ATM services. But according to the spot, I think only those area majority of the ATM and banking center. And then why not in this area are still left? And then also sometimes if the this triangle purple is represent to the 7-Eleven shop, because at the 7-Eleven shop we cannot use the like QR code or some other payment. We have to use the some specific payment like True Money and like credit card or debit card. We can use only those or in cash. So, I think in those areas it should be more development to be inclusive for the community to be accessible, because according to the principle two, we have to be affordable, accessible, and equitable. So I think it is not distributed properly. The banking sector is. So there should be more be inclusiveness, should be considered for inclusiveness for this area community. So, and just only you can see only the main on the main area, those banking center services are situated. Yep. My part for the financial service, I think we will conclude in the other part. Please for the next session. Yeah, we have to be patient.
Hello, so good afternoon, everyone. So now we're down to the hello, hello. Hello. Okay, now. So now we're down to the co-working space or the co-working space or the government offices that we have jotted down. So part of our notions of a smart city is that our notion of a smart city is that it is socially inclusive, and by socially inclusive, it means that there is mutual engagement between the stakeholders and a platform that would cater this interaction and engagement. So in this particular part of our report, we have jotted down the government offices and the relevant sites for public and administrative integration. So you can see here in the upper part, there is the Chiang Mai Municipality Office here, the topmost, and here the Chiang Mai Electric Company, then the Consulate General Chiang Mai, and these are the police booths. And here, this is a co-working space where we have assumed that it is utilized for the people to discuss several opinions that they have amongst themselves, and also share this with others, and to have some sort of communal integration between them. And this is actually something interesting. Like the police offices are here and here, and it is not something near the municipal office. This is something that I have only observed here in Chiang Mai, because in the Philippines, the municipal office are usually being paired with police departments and related offices. But as you have seen here, these offices are dispersed around the area. So that would be all for my report. Yeah.
Okay, so for public hospitals, the blue arrows represent the various locations of public hospitals in Chiang Mai. Although these were the ones I was only able to capture within a short period of time. But generally speaking, talking about healthcare in Chiang Mai, I think Chiang Mai has been regarded as one of those cities with good healthcare system when compared to other cities in Thailand. And that is why we see a lot of foreigners or expats from other countries coming here because, you know, a foreigner coming to another country or another city, the main concern will be healthcare. They will want affordable and accessible healthcare. And from my own little research, I think healthcare in Chiang Mai is quite accessible. Most times you will hear the emergency cars moving around the road with their loud noise. So that means that when it comes to emergency, attending to people on emergency basis, they are doing well, they are trying, they are top notch. So even the doctors in the hospital, although I have not been to any Chiang Mai hospital yet, but you know, the pharmacies I've been to, I notice they speak good English, you can understand them, they communicate well. And you know, in a city where there are people from different countries coming, and since English is not the official language here, but yet these ones try as much as possible to communicate in English, because if I'm having malaria and I'm speaking to you in English and you don't understand, then we are going to be in big trouble. But you know, the best thing is for us to understand each other. And I think they are really doing well. So that is all for me for public hospitals. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. No, you can also.
I go back to the yeah. So I'm in charge of the temple and church slide. So the reason why we think temple and church is also aligned with the principle of SMART is because it's the temple and church are location that promotes cultural inclusiveness or social inclusiveness. So I haven't received like some famous temple in Chiang Mai, but I have visited temple in Chiang Mai, although I'm not a Buddhist. So it's actually kind of awkward when I just get into the temple and I don't know what people are doing. So I saw people like very trying to like speaking with their Buddha from their hearts, and yeah, it's really religious place, but at the same time, when we think of temple and church, is actually also tourist spots for people. So actually, in other words, temple and church are not exclusive to like Buddhists only, but it's also open for all the people. So especially there are lots of festival in Thailand that is like Buddhist. So therefore, our group would think that like having so many church temple in Chiang Mai or in the whole area is actually promoting people to communicate and learn from each other, because it provides a space for people to gather and communicate. Yeah, actually, and I have been to a temple that near Walalot market, and it provides free food to people, and I take one. And this is one of the reasons that's why I always think temple and church such a religious place that provide or promote social inclusiveness, because it's just being so fair to everyone, and there is no discrimination in such place. And yep. Yeah, we have pollution.
Okay.
So I'm going to present about the air pollution. So when we considered and thought about the smart city, especially about the eco-friendly and also the environment, so we don't need to forget about the pollution. Yes, of course, we highlight and cycle the pollution with the gray color because pollution is everywhere, and so not even in the Chiang Mai area is everywhere, because like as Chiang Mai is a city with many good things, such as it is very green and many space, and also it is very healthy. Therefore, many tourists came Chiang Mai, and also some foreign country based in Chiang Mai too. So, but particularly open air banning both in the forest as part of the agriculture sectors and the traffic and also the air pollution across the border, etc. And also one of the articles said by the South China Post is that they have tried to solve this problem by reducing the source of the air pollution in the past. The provenance focused on controlling banning by issue regulation banning the smoky air and banning the forests and also the agriculture sector. But it has been ineffective because it is the social effect to factor in, and if local people do not cooperate efficiently, and then that is the end. So it's sad, and also that's why Chiang Mai need to overcome the smoky season that happen annually between January to maybe March and the April. So which is also known as the banning season. And the quality of the air in Chiang Mai and its visibility is getting lower. And the acquired from a report done by I2A in 2021, based on the number. So although open banning is illegal in the Thailand, farmers cannot find other options due to their financial situation, and also many of them are in debt in their agriculture sector and also the business and suffer from falling price. So therefore, we calculate like it would be great advanced agriculture technology can be used to prevent the air pollution or even start the banning season in the future. So these are all about our presentation from the group too. Thank you. So questions and comments are welcome.
That's it, right? For group number 2. With my attention, I would like to see all of the mappings blending together, right? Did you done it? Okay, someone explain to me. Someone explain to us, please. This is the first pictures, right? That you just show now. But what do you see from this one, right? Do you see the special areas just pop up? Or like, what do you think about this?
I try to explain the whole area, although I'm not really an expert in Chiang Mai area. So I think we can always see that like all the infrastructure is along the road. So especially the hospital, like the infrastructure, the 7-Eleven are along the road. And and actually the temple, except the temples, like is everywhere. But for other infrastructure, most of them are along the road, and especially Aniwu is just mostly the tourist spots. And I think it explains because in an area, you always have an area that has more people to come. And this is the Walolo area, the market. But I think actually it's like, it doesn't mean anything because in a place you always have area that's having more people to come, and especially the main road, and this is the bridge. So you always have road or area that have more infrastructure, and you always have a road that is having less infrastructure. And I don't think there is like really a big problem when it comes to like the density of infrastructure. Yep, that's it.
From it shown up that the Chiang Mai communities in these pictures is always and usually developed along the road. As you see, right? We can see the strong of the line, this line, Tape Road, and it's on Loi Kok Road. And another one is the road which is like parallel to the river. These three roads is happen and it's out of the place. Look at this, right? It's almost like the business district, not just for people who living in. From your topic, I guess you found out that they have three streets that collide with some structure to this, but it's your job to think like how do you do with these three streets? You want to develop, you want to manage, you want to govern to the better, or you want to provide to inside of the city, right? As it just said, like there's nothing inside. There's nothing inside. People just survive and living in the gap of the city. And this map is show now that they have three streets that connect as an infrastructure from your topic. I guess the something that's pop up to your map as well from this basement.
The other map that you haven't put it here, and it might help is the land use map, because as Ajahn Pu said that along the road it will be like the commercial area, but then within the block it will be like residential area. And we have learned some that mixed use is one of the things that the smart city should be comply of. But so maybe it's good in a way that the inner blocks is for the residential area and the outer of the blocks is for commercial area. One thing you can measure is the distance. Remember how long should we take to walk to the service? How long? How many meters? Remember? For the closest one, we have talked about this, small scale, right? How small? Remember?
2 meters. No.
2 kilometers, too long, too wide. I don't know. According to the new urbanism or the compact city, they always said like 400 meters is you should find like your grocery or everyday life. But perhaps the bank should be like 800 meters. That's less than 1 kilometer, right? But I think walking 1 kilometer is fine if you are strong. If you are strong. But if not, maybe it needs to be smaller, something like that. You can think about this. And I think Ajahn Pu will have the land use map of this area, or we can find.
On internet.
Yeah, we can find it.
And one thing I think you point out something. You color, you paint it on the map. You have to listing. You have to list the dot as well, because once you know what it is, you can like connect and you can build up some policy or build up some project on it. And this is the key. Wait for it. Yes. How do you know what is that? What is this, right? If you use internet, because we are the digital people right now. So they have many measurements that you can find the topic as the pollutions. That's just a thing. Like pollution is everywhere. No, they have some place about the air, right? They have not just the quality of the air. It's just not everywhere the same, right? It's nearby street is mostly bad pollution for noise pollution as well. Also the image pollution, right? That is many point of pollution as well. So I think speaking of the pollution topic, I think the pollution topic should point out on the map as well, not just roughly speaking. I think where is it? Where is the pollutions, right? If it the air, it could like in this area is like plenty of traffic, it could have something like the air pollution and also noise pollution as well. And I have to connect again, sorry. What is about the internet? And we can use like you don't have to visit the site, but you can visual it from the Google, like the traffic about the another application as well. And speaking of everything, something like this one, the first person, what's your name, Sun, right? What's your name? The first person who's present about the eco-friendly. Wait, right? Oh, raining. I think your speed is way more better than the map, right? Because the map just nothing. The map just like something, but in the your speed, you're speaking of like the directions about the networking. So you don't stick with the tools, right? If you want to draw some line, if you want to point some anchor or arrow, just point on it, and your would be the key to connect as well, right? Because every topic is can just not point out just only the dot. You speaking of the direction, circulation, traffic, put it on it, and you will see like, whoa, it's connect on the north to the south, not connect to the west to the east, but all the facility is on the east to the west. That is, can be the topic that you want to find out as well.
Yeah, sometimes we can use charts.
Yeah, everything.
And when we want to speak about statistics, instead of just dots on the map, we can use the charts, and I think it's much better. And the map should have legends. You know, what does it mean? The color dot, the yellow dots, the red dots. What they mean? So most of your map doesn't have the legend of the colors, because when you talk, sometimes you speak so fast and sometimes I cannot catch, because if I can look at the map and you have the legend, so I can read. So you need to communicate in every way for people to understand. Okay.
I think you guys have done a very good job, but this is like the online work, I will say. But for speaking of next week, right? You don't care about the map much. Just write down everything. It's dirty, it's hot, I'm sweating. Put it down, everything down, because we use our perception on it. So put everything on it, and then you create something from the real experience. Okay. But this one, I think you point out some interesting idea about the developed street and the living space in the city is different area. And I don't know, it's conflict or it can be improved. I don't know. It's depend on yours.
I really like that you said smart is, social inclusive as well. So it's not only smart, but smart and sustainable, as we understand. I think it's very good point.
Yeah.
Because normally you will see only number 3, smart technology.
True.
But you use like 5 altogether. I think that's very good.
And one thing I really like that you just mentioned about like the bank, right? The ATM, it does not work in the way it's work. We have to use cash, and it's never for the globalization. Like
Right.
we can use just big money like the dollar, euro, but what about the other currency, right? And what about the cryptocurrency? That could be. Okay, but thank you anyways, like point out something on your map. Okay, moving on to group number, are you ready? Which group are ready? Okay, why not 3, right? Okay, 3. 3 of 3. You can share your screen now. And you can comment your friends' work as well, not just teacher, right? You can comment like, whoa, I don't think so. Or, whoa, absolutely agree. That could be.
Hello.
Chị vào này. Lan lên.
Good afternoon, Ajahn and my classmates. Nice to meet you all. Am I too loud?
No.
Okay. Okay, we are group number 3, and our group has just 3 members, so our presentation will be the shortest. Our group members are I'm Cheria, this is Saw Jonathan and Yame. Yeah, today our topic is creative economy. Okay, so we prepared our baseline map by focusing on the by focusing on the concepts of the creative economy. So the creative economy comprises a wide range of occupations distinguished by generation of wealth and jobs through individual creativity. And it also includes creative industries like films, TV, museum, music and performance art, crafts, architecture, and design. In addition, the small to medium enterprises and industries which are innovated with creative designs and ideas such as bars, local market, tourism sites, and landmarks. So creative economy, not only can increase the income of the local governance of Chiang Mai, but also it can promote the local traditions and culture. So yeah, these are the selected themes for the creative economy. We selected 3 themes. So our target sites are Taipei, Chiang Mai, and Cat Lao. And themes are bars and restaurants, and local market, and attraction. Now we are going to present the layer 1. So yeah, go so Jonathan web.
Yes. So good afternoon, guys. Yes. So there is no single definition for creative economy because it is an evolving concept which build between human creativities, ideas, and intellectual property, knowledge, and technology. So yeah, I'm thinking about using bar as an creative economic is as one of the creative economy, because like Chiang Mai is known for tourist destination place. So many tourists would love to come to Chiang Mai, and like we can see that every night, they goes to bars, clubs, and yeah, so they spend their time there. So here in this map, you can see that all the dots are connected from the north to the east. So you can see it is very concentrated along the road. So which means that you can easily travel from one bar to another place, and then you don't need to spend too much time, and you don't even need to go to the Google to search which bar is good, because you can just go yourself and then see it yourself, because you can just walk a few minutes, and then you will see another bars. And then another thing is I think that this is very creative because these bars these bars are located along the road, and then we can barely see they are they are inside this map. So which means that most we all know that most bars are create noise pollution, right? But since they are all concentrated in one place, so it will not annoy the residents, people in the community. Yeah, we can also, these are the list that I list down. So yeah, so there are 32 bars that I found from the map, and then the bar's name itself seems creative, It's like a beach bar. So let's see the first one. Yeah, the first one is beach bar. So Chiang Mai is a landlocked city, but think about it, right? Yeah, think about it. So yeah, beach bar is around here. Yeah. So actually, it is not a beach. It is but yeah. So the only way to find out whether you will feel like a beach or not is to go by yourself and then see it yourself. Yeah. So so number 5 here, you will see that the Iron Bridge bar. So we just located here, and then yeah, you can go and see the bar are pretty much creative. And here, so 31 here. So I will just mention a few of this bar. So tub bar. So I'm not sure if it's a bar tub or I don't know what kind of tub is it. So yeah, and yeah, so that's so I will just explain this much, and I will leave it to the next presenter to. Thank you.
Yeah. So I am in charge of layer 2, which is labor local market. So yeah. Yeah, this is layer 2, and this is about the local market. So, okay, according to my research, I found out several local markets. So, yeah, the first one, this is, yeah, I think it works. This one is Marolot market, and second is the Tomleng market. Sorry for my pronunciation. Ah, I see. Thank you, Ajahn. The third one is Chiang Mai City Municipal Market, and another is Chiang Mai Night Bazaar and Chinatown Night Bazaar, and another is Food and Shopping Center, and another is also the Night Bazaar. So these are the local markets I found out. So in addition to this, I also went to emphasize on the role of the night market, because this day the enjoying the urban nightlife is one of the popular cultures in the while we are struggling against the capitalist world. So actually, night market attract the young people, and it also promotes the development of the economy. And according to the China's studies, it suggests that night market can boost the economic recovery, in their post-pandemic period. So it's amazing that the role of night market is really important. And the night market phenomenon, which has a positive impact on urban sustainability as well, especially in the small urban spaces. So night market traders are able to increase their income. This income came from the lower to middle economic classes, and utilizing of the unused urban space as a venue for the night market also changed the landscape as well. So yeah, so we can see that night market, can be the, not only the trade place, but also it can be the, cultural health. According to some research, night market can also be the, area for the prostitution. So yeah, the role of night market is really important for the creative economy. Yeah, that is my part. And next presenter is Yame. Yeah.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, under the layer 3 attraction, I will present some interesting place to you. Yeah, attraction. So what's the attraction? I assume like that, like museum and also some tourism site and also landmark and art center and gallery are assumed as the attraction, because these places are display innovate the economic activities and also attract the attention of the tourists and also local people, and promoting the culture and tradition of Chiang Mai. And so there are total 10 places. The first one is street art King Bhumibol. It's just the kind of mural art painting on the wall of the building. But so it's just the painting. So what? But I found out that some festival like music performance are organized in front of this King Bhumibol painting, and this project is aimed for the remembrance of the King Bhumibol, and they are aimed to implement 77 street art project in the province of Chiang Mai. So I think it's interesting place. And the next one is Taipei Gate. And so this is one of the Asian building part, but one thing is that there are walking streets and also shops and also markets are created around this gate. So people can walk through the gate and also explore the arts and handicraft of the local residents. And the third and fourth one is Elephant Jungle Sanctuary. These two are similar, and these are natural reserve. In these areas, people can explore. People can experience the activities together with elephants, like jungle walk and taking bird with the elephant and having lunch, and even take night visit to this place. And I think that this player also have attraction to tourists because people can touch the nature within the city. And the next one are the number 5 to number 8 is kind of art center and museum, art gallery and museum. In these places, people can like beautiful like real gifts, and also scary images of the Asian are displayed, and also you can buy the jewelry and also even decoration of handicrafts in this area. And in this museum, Philanthropic Museum, you are the associated to collect stamps. You can explore the history of the postal service in Thailand and collect the stamp in this museum. And also this one hosting the art show. And the next one is the Iron Bridge. Then also mentioned this area. This bridge is also like the Taipei Gate. Around the bridge, this bridge is one of the significant landmark in Chiang Mai and built across the Pink River. And alongside of the bridge, there's so much bar, restaurants, and shops. So you can explore in these areas and also take photo in the beautiful sunset view in the background. And the last one is Chiang Mai Cabaret, but this is a little bit outside of the targeted area, but I think is interesting because it's a kind of restaurant or nightclub that serve the audience with a live performance. Like while people are eating in the table, the performers entertain the audience in front of the stage. And it's found out that is gay friendly show, and performers are wearing like sequins and shiny costume and entertain with comedy to the audience. So while you feel the flavor of the beverage, you can have the full of amusement in this place. So these are the attractions place for my part. So to conclude that, this is our 3-layer baseline map of our growth under the theme of creative economy. So when you say that the local markets are in purple and these are unite in this area, but there's no market. And I noticed that some promoting the local cultures and tradition, and the shops and the museum and art gallery are like increased in this area, but compared with the bars and restaurant is really small. So we have to pay attention to these bars and restaurant, and we can combine how we have to think that how to combine the tradition, promote local culture and tradition with these bars and restaurants also. Thank you very much for the attention.
อาจารย์ไก่ do you have anything to say ครับผม Okay ครับ from me you want to create a creative economy, right? What creative mean? Because every city have local market, every city have bar and restaurant, every city have attraction. But what make this area different than the others? From you point out the pin on the map, what it makes the Chiang Mai different from the others?
You also have
Yes, so the definition is very broad. So, but
anything, but look at what you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
All of the small scale, like SME, like a creative art, it's about like the small scale of things, right?
Yes, Ajahn. So basically, like the local community, like a small business industries, they just want to boost their economy, but like they cannot go the old-fashioned way. So they need to be creative in a sense, like how to attract the tourists and how to basically like how to attract the tourists. So that's why
And according to that, look at your last map. Look at your last map, please. The basement. Do you think this is a potential, or this is like very niche application to the city? When you see like the bar is always on the way, and also the market is around here, the shop is here, everything is wide. Do you think this is advocating for becoming creative city? What do you think?
Actually, these are already in place there. That we can event. Yeah, we can event business. Let's say in the market and also integrate the government part of the city to the market as well. Yeah, at the time, this local market can also be with the big center and also can attract the fewer foreigners because we have a lot of foreigners in the local market as well. So this can also be the attraction on the market. Actually, I think it's very difficult to define creative because I think actually basically in other words, like you can just think creative as a way of thinking that step out of your like own stereotype or own impression and rediscover your advantage. And so I think for students here, it's kind of difficult when they haven't like really traveling to this area, like and then to imagine and give advice. But I'm luckily like I go there before, and for me like creative economy, for example like in markets. So I think when I go to the market in Walala or other markets in Chiang Mai, so of course they sell food, they sell desserts, and in such a good price. Like, because I think the Walalot market, because I like to compare price, is the cheapest price I've seen. For example, the dessert they sell is $5 per one. However, when I go to the front gate in university, is $10 per one Thai. Yeah, and noodle here is 30 and 5 baht plus one egg. So, but like in other places, it's like 40 baht, 50 bucks. So I think that actually the price here is pretty good. And so, but I think so, however, although like this is good price, so which means it's super residential for people there. But when we think of like business, like I think one of the main point is that how to brand it. Because I apart from visiting here, I also go to the museum in the old town. So in the museum in the old town, they said that like handicraft, like silver fan or some handicraft stuff is actually like what the cultural heritage of like Chiang Mai, of the Thai. And I've seen like the market selling these kind of souvenirs. So of course, like it is one of the advantage of Thai, because you have cheap labor, and then you can sell handicraft in a cheaper price and appeal the like foreigners to buy it. But if you commercialize, actually you can brand it and marketize it, and you can sell it in a higher price for the whole benefits of the people there. Yep. So this is one idea. So you can brand it and sell it in a higher price, like for creative economy, because it is, I think it's super traditional for people here, like doing the handicraft and sell it in like Sunday market or markets. However, I think on one hand, you need to brand it, marketize it. On the other hand, you need to have like, have a more promotion of the markets. Like you have different market with characteristic, then people know which, like tourists know where they're going. So it'll be easier for them to sell their products. On one hand, like pursuing their traditional culture. On the other hand, it's kind of like step out of their comfort zone, like selling in a more commercial way. Yeah.
When we think about the themes, we also think about the realistic situation and also the resources, because sometimes we want to be creative, but creative to be something make creative, it needs resources, just like time, money, budget, like that. So we also think about the how to advance, or how to modernize the current existing resources, because sometimes to be creative is not always easy. That is why.
Hello.
It's more like debate now. Yeah, but that's true.
It's not a debate. It's more like an additional on Vicky and Sherry's points. In regards to the definition of a creative economy, this is I haven't been in that particular area, but I've been in Chiang Mai, and it is called something like a city of art, and it was based on the notion that their creativity was being honed by their government. Like they encourage creativity from their people, and they commercialize it. They make something out of it that can be profitable for the Chiang Rai. So with that, when I went to the Black Museum, like they really have some sort of restriction, like preservation policies to make it to preserve the beauty of it, and it became some sort of a income generating location for the Chiang Rai. And with this, we can actually define being a creative economy in this aspect, where the government would immerse its own culture and generate money out of it.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I think creative, you guys have to define first, right? But it's defined without described by the topic that you chose, bars and restaurant. That means gastronomy, isn't it? I don't know. And dividing by the local market. Why market mean creative, right? And why attraction mean creative, right? You have to, how to say, like package yourself before you present, like in your group. Creative economy in terms of this area, what do you think of, right? It can be like 1,000 ways to create the creative any places, but this I don't know, but naturally, accidentally, I see this is not related at all. As you see, yellow is always with yellows. Uh, purple is always with purple, and blue is always with blue. That means like they a dimension and they never connect and never relate. But speaking of creativity in your terms, these three things have to relate, right? Why not with drinks and we perceive beautiful view from the city? No, because beautiful view in the city is on the river. And also, where is the market? Where is the people? They also connect with the people in the gap, in the purple area, right? And secondly, if you see this with calming, right? The night time is here, 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 but daytime is here. It's different. Day and night is different, and that lead to the present controversy in the city because in the daytime in this area in Thaphae and Chiang Mai is open for daytime, but when turn the night, people just sleep. But in the night, all around the border of this is happen to be a nightclub and it's make noise, and that is noise pollution for the people who living in. And creative is just elements. No, creative is just something that you produce or organize, right? It's okay. Chiang Mai have the element of creative city, but is this creative city? Is your is your topic to think about that? Okay, okay. I think you didn't do the wrong things, but I think you have to packaging and see from this, and I think this is happen the area that maybe you if next week we have to go, you would like to go which place? I think you can mention because you want to know more about something in this, like the group number 2 that want to find something more in 3 Street. I think this could happen in any dimensions. It's the gap or area or plaza or anything, but it's depend on you. What is the creative in your team would like to package it? But it can be anything.
2 words to be adding for the definition. Creative, always involved with design and innovation. Generally. So maybe you have that idea and in your slide you put like SMEs, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you find out what are those for Chiang Mai. Maybe you are very new to Chiang Mai. You don't really know what are the crafts of Chiang Mai, but you will
Yeah.
find them out.
I think you already mentioned yourself, right? Local traditionals and culture, the small business, right? The local creatively individuals. That is the key, I think. And you can see your basement map in the different perspective, and you will
Because
follow.
you mentioned about like big business, right? Hollywood, Bollywood, something like TV or film, something like that. But of course, for us, it's a small.
Look at your pictures, right? It could be small scale, and it should be connecting. Network is the key, I think. Networking, because right now it's just all over the place, and it's always like zoning.
Like if we have more members in our group, maybe we.
I'm so sorry for that, but it's, it come and flow by the topic. Like you are speaking of in your midterm report, you're speaking of this thing, so that's why. But I think I don't judge about the tank of the data. Okay, but that's fine. Okay, the last group number 1, please.
Yes, yes.
I think all someone in the Zoom.
Yeah, we have two members.
I have to.
Moi and Mamui, can you speak?
Yes.
Okay, we got it. We can hear. We can hear.
Better than this.
Hello? Can you hear me? Yes. Shall we go there? Okay. Hello, everyone. Yes, many thanks for your previous presentation. We can really learn because we are the last group and yeah, it is a like advantages. So I think we try to present as far as possible. So as you see, the title of our group is social engagement. So we create and change the title like cities or social engagement, and we are group one. We choose the area called Chiang Mai. So, but I think the map, the boundary of the map, our map is a little bit different from what you have presented, because when we Google the map, we have a broader boundary in our map. So this is where maybe we may have others area that you have already presented. So we have 5 group members, and as you can see, one ladies and 4 gentlemen, of course, because we are very gentle. So yeah, out of the 5 group members, up to Eugene or Eugene. About what? Eugene. Okay, I always confused. Eugene, he was from Africa. So and for Ma Moyi, he will drive from Chiang Mai, from a different location. So these are our 3 people. So let me continue. As you know, your group have already presented the definition. What is? I think the definition are always complicated. So this is why we also try to present what we see and what we have found. So firstly, we want to, present what it really means by social engagement. So according to these scholars, they say the term social engagement is commonly used to refer as one participation in the activity of a social group. So social group, as you have already understood, it is a group which have social interaction amongst the group member. This is what they said. Another 3. So according to that, the social engagement is what we call the extent to which an individual participate in a broad range of social roles and relationships. According to these scholars, where it is a commitment of a member to stay in the groups and interact with other members. So I think even though the terms are similar to one another, I think the definition and the idea they want to present are different a little bit from one group to another. If we look at the past group, what they say, they talk about the participation and activity, right? And if you look at the second group, they talk about the extent. It is a degree. It is a degree. It is the extent. It is the, the level that the individual participate in the broad relationships. And if we look at the third group, they talk about the commitment. The commitment, they're a little bit different ones from others, think like participation and degree. It is more about our attachment, our psychological attachment, and our personal attachment to the environment, to the social environment. So I think these terms are a little bit different what they want to highlight. And if we continue to who, study for social engagement mean this is no, the term is, inconsistently used by various sort of scholars and various social study. But anyway, I think what we can say is that it is a kind of human beings as a social animal, like the Plato says in 500 BC. I think it is no Plato, sorry, it is Aristotle. He said like we are social human beings. So this is why we have environment, we have social system, and we are a very socially interconnected animals. And this is why we have the kind of social engagement. If we continue to studies and PIFO, they also say social engagement is different from social network, because network is about the group of people and a kind of connection. And social engagement is more about activity and function and the idea that we are interconnected to each others. And it's also different from other kind of things like civic engagement. And civic engagement is more about the responsibility of a citizen, and it is more about civil political sphere. And social engagement, it doesn't necessarily need to be political or civil affair. It can be like, religions and cultures and traditions and so on and so forth. It can be a social engagement. Yeah, this is about the definition. I think you may be confused or know something. So let us continue what we are really going to present. So what in the group we have 5 group members, and we have allocated our task to the group member based on the item that we have selected. And for the market, we have assigned for other people, and we choose different kind of areas and text, like the markets and temples and note those communications and copies and so on and so forth, because we think this is the area that we can study and we can observe the extent of social engagement of the people. So if you live in a very socially pragmatic environment, what you can see is that people mostly don't interact with each other. There's a very less social engagement types or area, and people also the behavior that people respond to each other in this kind of area are also very different, like in the market. But if we look at a very socially engaged area, the behavior that people respond to each other and interact with each other are very different in this kind of socially engaged area. So we have selected different area, and our group members present their idea why these areas are important to study social engagement in this area in Chiang Mai.
Thank you, Kojole. So yes, as Kojole mentioned that we we choose also a market. So I will assign to present about the market. So but in the group 3, they also mentioned about the market. So but for me, I choose only 4. So yeah, I mean, 2 are different from the group 3. I don't know why, but we even though we use same map, but like so yeah, but market plays a very crucial role in our daily life. The people from different communities with different professional, different social class, and also the different demographic, they usually visit the with a different reason, they usually visit the markets. So we believe that so by visiting this market and night bazaar, so we can learn that the contemporary social landscape of Chiang Mai. So and also yes, and also the interactions between the shoppers and also shop owner, and also the most interesting thing to me is like, it is great if we can learn the management of that market, how they how they manage the way they manage the market. So it is also good to learn. So yeah, so number one is the Chiang Mai market, Mura Mai market. Sorry for my pronunciation. So yeah, it is quite a big one, and also literally you can buy everything with a good price. Yeah, but it's also famous also for the fresh vegetables. And also especially about the during. So most of the people recommend that market to, if you want to buy good, I mean, fresh during, you should go to that market. Another one is that fresh fruit market. So since its name is a fresh fruit market, so they only sell that, fresh vegetables and fruits. And yeah, and also these two market, they operate 24 hours. Oh. Yes. Yes. Yeah, they open for 24 hours. Yes. Yeah, wholesale. Yes, I forgot to tell, So you can buy all kinds of fruit with wholesale price, at wholesale price. And then this third one is water market, which is the same that group 3 mentioned. So yeah, so this, I mean, that one is, I mean, only open for the daytime. They close at the 4 p.m. or street food and also casual clothings and household goods and some souvenir you can buy. And also the last one is Chiang Mai Night Bazaar. So, I mean, landmark to visit, one of the landmark of the Chiang Mai, and also live music and good place to buy handicraft things for as a souvenir. And also, yeah, shoppers. I mean, the vendors really, really good at bargaining. If you want to, you can bargain with them if you are good at those things. Yeah. And then like usually, I mean, it's busy. I mean, the night market is usually busy as particularly on Saturday night. So that's my part. And the next one, and the coffee shop. So Mamui, can you?
Yes, thank you, Koye. Thank you for
Yes.
giving me a chance. Yeah, firstly, I would like to apologize to all my friends and also Jem because I can't join on side class. So for my part, I would like to talk about some coffee shop and coffee shop cultures in Chiang Mai. As you know, Chiang Mai is known as the coffee capital of Thailand and is the home of the Brigade Association of Thailand and Royal Coffee Research Center. Coffee as well as tea was introduced to the He tribe in the mountainous regions around Chiang Mai around 1918s. And the popularity of coffees and the coffee culture shows the rise of the middle class in Thailand and its purchasing power. Just several decades ago, a cup of coffee as a coffee shop would be considered a luxury, more reserved for foreigners. But now Chiang Mai has developed a coffee culture different from Bangkok and the rest of Thailand over the years. Maybe it is because Chiang Mai lies in the center of coffee agriculture in Thailand, or maybe is that the north is just a bit more laid back. The north has always been a favorite place for Thai to retire from the and has from the Bengal and Chiang Mai resident may wind away hours in cafe reading or chatting with friends. Some winter mornings in Chiang Mai, a cup of coffee or tea can be a welcome friends to walk off a chills. So the bigger change to cafe culture in Chiang Mai is that it's impossible to name all the great coffee in Chiang Mai, but I would like to mention and suggest some coffee shop that if you are in Chiang Mai, you can find and go around that area. And so I will present 5 places, 1 restaurant, 1 bars, and 3 coffee shops. Yeah, so let's start with the coffee shop. The first coffee shop name is Narab Home Coffee. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. This is a coffee shop open daily, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. It has got 4.6 rating and 300 review. That has breakfast menus, special menus, and coffee. You can have various food, both local cuisine and European foods. More people love breakfast menu and coffee, so you can go there short for the breakfast. And special coffee bar is the name of the another shop. That it is only has 77 review, but it got 4.8 rating. The vibe of the place is so nice and pleasant. When you at there, you may see old wooden art, and also there has a lot of books. If you are a bookworm, you may love this one. And the final coffee shop is Kenny. I don't know. Am I right in my pronunciation? I don't know how to pronounce it. So even though it got 4.4 rating, this one has higher reviewer, 369. Among my 5 places. People recommend this place for cannoli, and some people said this one has the best cannoli in Chiang Mai. And the weakness of this place is there has no parking near the shop. And so the 4th place is the restaurant called TLIC. I don't know. Actually, there has another Thai walk next to the TLIC, but I don't know that walk. Yeah. This one got 4.7 rating and 103 reviewer. You can enjoy hot pot and barbecue beside Pin River. The view is really nice. Near the restaurant, there's so many food shops, so that's why people love this place. And the last one will be your favorite, Looper Corp. Also a nice place to chill. People said this one is creative coffee bar and good for Instagram coffee photo shoot. In the evening, they serve coffee and beer. This one has nice presentation and fair price if you want to enjoy the nightlife in Chiang Mai. And this one is a suitable for it. This is my part related to the coffee shops and coffee cultures and people nature that relate to the coffee culture. Thank you. And I think that another one is layer number 3. Public spaces. So I would like to invite you for this one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Mui. Now, I like to present the public space. As you have known that, the social engagement is all about the interaction and the participation of the social member. So we really think that the public space are really important in Chiang Mai area because, as a human being, we really love to be involved in the social activities of our society. So when it comes to public spaces, in the Chiang Mai area, there is no, such a big land fee, such as, what is it called? Park and amusement park. However, like we do have the historical public spaces that we are now keeping using as a public space for the social engagement. For example, Tapeke, which is really outstanding and appealing area where the people gather and do social activities. And within the proximity of the Tapeke, you can also see some night market, right? And you can also, observe that like there is some extent of, especially not some extent, enormous extent of, social engagement in this area. And then we also bring up the elephant sanctuary. So even though the elephant sanctuaries are private, kind of private ownership, however, like we put it, it is in the category of public space because so I want you to think about, what comes to your mind first when you think about Chiang Mai. Elephant, right? So elephant is the, kind of the iconic symbol of Chiang Mai area and Chiang Mai. And that's really, interesting that they do have, such kind of, elephant sanctuary in the city area. So we really want to bring those sanctuary in our public, in our discussion of social engagement in the case of public spaces, because this is a place where, a lot of people from different walks of life come and gather here and do, different types of social activity, including the leisure and relaxation activities. And we also added, the museum in the categories of public space because where we also believe that where the people come and see the historical social movement, not movement like social activities of our ancestor or like the other people just in the museum. So what is really interesting is that according to our map, we can find out that the social the area where the social engagements are happening is really accumulating within a particular place here, Tapege, and like it's near. And yeah, that's all about the public spaces that I bring in the social engagement discussion. Now I think I will be giving the floor to the another presenter who will be talking about temples. I think Eugene, right? Eugene? Eugene, are you staying in the Zoom class? Eugene, would you mind, your audio and say something or like? He's in the room, right?
Yeah, he's in the room, but he stay mute.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, apology for that. He is not available at this moment. So I will be keep talking about the temple in Chiang Mai, especially in this Chiang Mai area. And as Buddhist country, Thailand is really famous for his, appealing temples and stupa. And it's also the case for Chiang Mai as well. And so as you can see, there is also, abundance of like temples across Chiang Mai area. However, we just, collected some of the area, which is, really close to the others area, which we can also, do social engagement. For example, around the Tapege, we can also see, 3-4 temples around here. So we are showing that the peoples who love to do their social activities, relating with the religion, are really, trying to develop the city area within the proximity, and this Chiang Mai area is really famous for Wat Kham Kran, which is the most famous tourist attraction in Chiang Mai area, and you can see the historical and famous tourist attraction is just nearby the river. So you can also, reflect the transportation modes that we have been using in the past, which is the river route. We use the river and the water as the main transportation. So a lot of our social activities are, lying, on the bank of the river, so that we are convenient in terms of transportation. And yeah, and so I think like that's kind of, link another topic, another layer that we will bring up. This is transportation notes. So I will be inviting Coach Olin again in order to present transportation note.
Oh, thank you. So yes, this is the last layer that I would like to present. So I think when we talk about the transportation nodes, yeah, it is about the points and nodes and anti-node that we have studied in pieces in our undergrad clubs. So I think nodes are important because they are, the direction that we usually meet. And yet, when I try to fix nodes in this area, honestly, I don't see many nodes, especially because I only see what the agent had already mentioned, like Tape Gay, and another area like Teles Waroros, right? I'm not sure whether I pronounce it correctly. So yeah, I have been to Tapen Gay. I have been to Tapen Gays with my other friend at night. Yeah, I think so. This is really important area regarding the nodes, because when we want to meet with other people, we know, as we know this place, we go there and we meet and we discuss and we departures and to our respective areas. I think so. So this is why I think this is an important area for nodes in this session. Another area is, like as I mentioned, it is Taleswari. Taleswari, I think it is what I call it is a car station, I think. But if we pronounce the Talef like T-A-L-A-T, it pronounce a different area like market, Taleswari market. But I don't know how it is different, spelling by T and spelling by D, right? I am quite confused. Yeah, what is the meaning of these differences? Oh, the last is in Thai market. How about D? No. You mean like the capital D? Yeah, T-A-L-A-D. Yeah. Better. Oh, so yeah, when I search and on the Google map, if I type like T-A-L-A-T, it mostly talk about the market, right? When I type like T-A-L-A-D, it's talk about the the car station. It's talk about the bus station. So I think yeah, for my point, I think the bus station is more like a node of transportation. So I should this spelling, but I'm not quite sure what is the real differences. So I think that this is also an important area on the map. And what I mostly have right now is about the bridges. So I like a bridge. So as you see, so many bridges there. Yeah. Yes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this on along the Pink River. So when I study about the bridge, what really make me most interested in it is regarding the need of the bridge. How the people in Thai named after the bridge. Why do you need such kind of names? I'm very interested in this because it is about the identity. So in my country, like in Myanmar, identity is a very different political tools in organizing the people or in trying to achieve the power for the politicians. So I study about the name of the bridge, why these people names this kind of bridge. So number 3, it is the port Thai kingdom, the name of the old Thai kingdom, they say. It is the name of the current kingdom. Yeah. So ridiculous. So the name of the kingdom, I think it is a very great name, but they name such as small bricks by using this name. So why? So why I'm thinking is that it is a very important name, but they name this name to this small bridge. So I'm questioning this. Why did they use that? You have to name this name to a very big infrastructure and buildings, like, you know. in my opinion, regarding the Myanmar context, like, right, we have Noyatas and other kind of king Kongbon dynasty, and they usually name this name only to the very big and very visible and important area. And for the number 3, it is about the Nang Kong Pain Bridge. Yeah, I don't know what it really mean by Nang Kong Pain in Thai. Oh, all into Chiang Mai. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I when I find these snakes, I actually sees a place, a territory, by red boundary. So I think, yeah, it can be a name of a place, but I'm not sure whether it is the names of the kingdoms or something like this. So number 5 for Shankso's memory. This is very interesting part for me. It is about the Shankso's me. Shankso's me. It is near after Pakistan and India. No, I found it on the Google. So they say Shangson is Indians or Pakistan who migrated to northern Thailand after the India's and Pakistan partition war, and so this is why this brick was partially built by these people by using the bamboo, and only after that they upgraded the bridge, and the people near after this brick by using these people, but actually they are neither Pakistan nor India. They are sharks. Yeah. So I'm interested in number 6, Nawara Bridge. Nawara Bridge is, as you see, in number 6, but we also have Nawara Bridge in Myanmar and Nawara households or something like this. But I'm not sure what Nawara really means, and it can help me. And number 7, it is the Kulas Iron Bridge. So I'm not sure whether this bridge is built by iron because I have never been there. Maybe I should go. When talk about the Kulaks, legs means some more in Thai. No? Legs. Oh, so what it is really mean? Oh, legs iron. Kumi. Bridge or iron bridge. Okay. Yeah. So this is why when I studied I studied the bridge, and when I studied the bridge, I am very much interested in the name of the bridge, and I think it should have a memories and an identity. I'm talking about this because I think this is very important for social engagement, because we human being, we have a shared memory, we have a shared feeling, and we have a shared identity. And we usually organize based on these social feelings and identity and construction. We are socially constructed animals as well. So someone like Marxism, they say religion is the opinion of the people. But for a social science perspective, religion is one of the most important social organizations. Before the nationalism, before the nation state, religion is the basic social organization for human cooperation and for human development. It is very important. right? So this is why I think that for social engagement, names are very important to discuss truly, and this is why I try to discuss. But it has been less than 2 months that I have been in Chiang Mai. I'm sure I don't know, the people, how the people in Chiang Mai socially engaged. So let me conclude that by showing this collapsed map that we have constructed. And if we look at this map, you can see very clearly how, pie layers are interrelated to each other. So in our opinion, I think these are very, closely related to each other. And most importantly, pie layers are closely integrated, not like not like, very far away from each other. You can see in one territory, paint, reds, yellows, and blue. I think it is very interesting, how maybe it is not, centrally designed. It is not a centrally designed one, but it is a socially constructed one, because this is what the local people have constructed rather than the authorities and central government have constructed. So I think this is a very important point to discuss. So let me conclude my social engagement part. So yeah, as I said, it have only less than 2 months that I have in Chiang Mai. I cannot know how the the social engagement Chiang Mai really is, but what I know is that in my environment, I live very close to the university, just 50-minute walks. So in this area, what I find is that in the market, when I go and buy something, I can ask the price and I cannot buy as well. So in Myanmar, I think if you ask the price, if you cannot buy, the shopkeeper will say, why do you ask the price? If you don't want to buy. And when you ask the price, when you ask the price, they say the price. And if you say, oh, it is too high, they will, they would be angry about you, right? Because why do you ask the price if you don't want to buy? They always just like they. In Chiang Mai, I think it is better. We can ask the price and we can also not buy. And I think this is also, the value of social engagement, that you can have more toleration among each others. What I like the more is that, what I like the more is that sometimes I can buy something by not giving the money, right? In debt, I can buy. Actually, they know me in daily life, and I can buy something. And when I have no money, I say, oh, I will come back and give you later. And they say, okay, just take it. So I usually buy in such kind of way. So I think social engagement in Chiang Mai is better than I have experience in my life. I live in my hometown. I live in Rangoon, and I live in other town in Myanmar. But Chiang Mai is better. It is not just only due to the development, I think. It is also, the compositions of other factors as well. Because you have, I think, more a little bit, multicultural kind of, you have foreigners and you have Westerners and also other people from other Asian country and also China, like something like that. I think it is a very typical of Chiang Mai, and I also like it. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think the summary is very awesome, but it's nothing related to your works. Your summary is awesome about speaking of like what is social engagement. You just speaking with yourself, like you like to walk, 15-minute walks. It's daily life. You know the neighborhood. You like multi-cultures. And what have you done, guys? What have you done? Reach temple, anything. It's a figure. It's a figure, right? I think you summarize is very well. Like you point of view is very great, but when the point of view is never describe or never like summarize as a figures or elements that you want to look down to the map, you just like divided for the topic, like temple. It looks like the social engagement in temple, social space, social public building, cafe, and everything. It's a figures, right? But it's interesting that you speak out like the daily life. Yes. And what do you think? I have to clear all. And then according to your map, right? Your basement map. What do you think? What is the culture of this area?
Again, I think like that's really interesting. Again, I think that's really interesting to see the, you know. For me, that's really interesting to see the urban development from the point of transportation nodes, because as you can see, the social engagement, the areas where the social engagement are usually happening is along the river. So that's kind of reflected as, in the past, we really rely on the water for our transportation. And, the urban development and the social engagement is also depends on the degree to which you are convenient with your transportation. And I can see that like those social engagement areas are along the river, and which is also leading to the Tapeke, which kind of explain to you that adjacent to the Tapeke, which is the old town Chiang Mai, right? So you can see that, those, social engagement area markets, and, even though coffee shop is not in the past, which is also, heading to the gate of, Chiang Mai, the city Chiang Mai. So we just like kind of, you can see along, the way, where the peoples are commuting and, heading to the Chiang Mai city. And that's kind of, reflected as the historical, understanding how the peoples are doing the social engagement. That's one of my, understanding on this case. Yeah. And again, like the bridge, they're also, heading to those areas. And that's also explained that, we will, that transportation kind of, catalyze the social engagement where that is happening, right?
Sorry, I'm not sure Ajahn is speaking or not, but I cannot hear anything.
We're sorry, we speak without mic. Sorry. But that's nothing much. Like we just speak, like you just you summarize something very wonderful, but with compared to your baseline map, basement map, I think it's not related to what just Gail said. ครับอาจารย์ไก่
I just want to expand what Ajahn Poo said, because on Thaphe Road, the sanctuary jungle elephant, I really don't know what it is. It's a shop, isn't it? I don't really know. 2000. Okay. No, no, it's invented. Then that's not real.
Skyline.
It is near
Yeah, right. They have like the Kuang Sing sanctuary. They have like the Chang Phuoc. They have like the real sanctuary there, something. So, but anyways, like I don't mind if you mean social engagement, mean local tourists, market people or anything. I don't care. But when you describe, it's nothing out of the place, right? Tourists and people who drink coffee and people in the temple. What are they concerned? I don't know. It could sleep city, right? But why they have to gathering in this place, right? And that is the key, because looking the map right now, as you can see, the potential area is around here, and up north, right? And it's not related to the and also like it's never related to the street, but it's about like the community space. And the one that you just mentioned, Gail, I think if you learn more about the history, you will fascinate about this thing. I have to mention something just quickly. Yeah, just a little bit. And this one, the bridge, all the bridge, the name of the bridge is about like the government and the kingdoms. And the red one is the red bridge is the name of the Lana kingdom, like the Nakhon Ping Nawarat bridge. And the yellow one is like the modern bridge they built up for the transportation and logistics. And the green one is the people bridge, right? The people bridge. People just make it for link from the community to market. That, I think, if you can learn more, I think you can find some important issue, because the social engagement, you have to dig deep about the social rights. But right now you can figure something from your elements, but the way that you describe an element is not related. Just that.
You said the yellow one is the modern bridge.
Most likely.
How about the iron bridge? I think it's the modern.
Actually, like it's more, it's very small, but it's moved from but this one. This one. This is like the iron bridge before. Like the iron
Yes, I think just only I would like to make some comment is it may be better to make the social engagement, including this using the social media platform, because during this day I saw on the Facebook or Instagram, they use most of the social engagement by using those platforms, like in like Chiang Mai marketplace, and for the specific purpose for the selling and buying, and then other perspective they also have. So I think it would be better to put those kind of social engagement platform in this paper. And then another one is not only the famous like museum, we also should include like for the younger and for the young people engagement, they mostly used in the university area. And then like some other area like in library or like town hall, something like that. It will be better to include those kind of things.
But I try to Google it. I find any library in that area, like public library, because I like visiting library. In Hong Kong, library is a place you can enjoy the AC without paying any money or paying a coffee, like the price of coffee. So I don't think I see any. And also I think there is a lack of sport facilities in Chiang Mai, like, I mean, the public one where you can just go to a public gym, like, but I think like the price in Chiang Mai is not that expensive, but you can always have like public public sports facilities, yeah, and public park, like where this kid can play it, yeah.
I think when we talk about social engagement, we also need to look at interaction among people. Personally, in Chiang Mai, I noticed Chiang Mai people, I don't know if that is common with the whole of Thailand, they are very friendly. And I am yet to see a Thai person get angry, like gets really angry. I'm yet to see it. I don't know if they show it or they try to bottle it in. But compared to Africa, where I come, when you see someone who is actually angry, you see the facial expression on the person's face. But you know, sometimes you try to infuriate. I have tested someone before, try to infuriate the person, and the person was just calm about it. So I think it's the interaction, and that tries to attract people to them. I also noticed that a lot of fun go on in the night in Chiang Mai. The first culture shock I experienced is these people that read palms. I think along Chiang Mai gates there, they read palms. So I see young ladies sitting beside the old man, and he opens a palm and starts telling us some things. You know, I used to read about this in book, but seeing it for the first time, it was like, oh, wow. So this really happened. So every night, I think between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., you see ladies, young guys, they all sit in line, and an old man is there. I think what maybe they want to know their future or something. And well, it's interesting though. It's also a pattern of interaction. Then another interesting thing about Chiang Mai is the LGBT. The very first LGBT I experienced are people they call ladyboy. I've never heard of ladyboy until I came to Chiang Mai. And you see, these ladyboys, they have a clique. They have a clique in which they try to interact. They want to be part of the society. They want to join other people. But, you know, at the same time, it can be deceiving, because now, whenever you meet a girl on the street, you need to ask, oh, are you a real guy or you're a real girl? You know, that is just, so it's very interesting. And, you know, that is how engaging the whole thing is.
Bad. We should have two.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Yes, many thanks, Arjun and other friends for your very, informative comments. We really appreciate it. Also, regarding what Mai talk about online social engagement, yeah, we have considered about this topic, but we think that, it is about a territory on the map. So, online it is a global. So I think I'm not sure how can we communicate with these areas and the online and something like this. And also another things that I feel very important to talk about the social engagement. Yeah, it is also about Vicky talk about the libraries and relevant talk about the LGBT and so on and so forth. I think it is more about the intra-group social engagement. They usually engage in group, but I think this is a problem. I also think because you also need to have inter-group interaction, inter-group social engagement, not just the intra-groups. If you only engage internally, the polarizations among the group become higher and higher. I think this is also one of the problems of the internet and social media, and also, the politics of polarizations in the U.S. and other democracy. So I think it is good to study about the intra-group connection and interaction, but we also need to talk about the intergroups or extra group relation. But yeah, of course, Chiang Mai, I have never been to others area, important area. And more importantly, I have never seen monks in Chiang Mai. I have never. Yeah, huh? Yeah, I've never seen. Yeah, maybe oh yeah, maybe this is due to the Warsaw reason. I have never seen. I think yeah. Sorry. No. So near my hostel, there's a religion temple. It is I personally think it is a Buddhist temple, but later I realized it is a Hindu temple. But I personally think it is Buddhist temple because there's a Buddhist image. There is a Buddhist image, a beat Buddhist image in the Hindu temple. But when there is a religion festival, they sing Hindu songs, like the Indians like singing. I like it. What is important is that Hindus in Buddhist country, when they build the religion status, they build the in the larger size because this is the Buddhist country. But in India, the Buddhist statue is small. This is also about social. I don't think. Thank you.
You mentioned very good things about the representations of things, like the name of the bridge, like the figure of things, right? I think that is your potential to start anything. And this, remember, this is cultural mapping, step one, guys, step one. We have 5 steps to learn about cultural mapping, but I don't want you to drag to all of the steps because that is the research, right? But this is like just workshop. And I think this group works, like you try to throw out your ideas and then you learn through the city very fast by each of your topics. And I think I have nothing to say. Not just give yourself a big hand, guys. Very well done work. Very well done. Very well done. And we have today we have like small lecture from Ajahn Gai and small lecture from me, and then we'll talk something before we jump into the city next week. And each of 3 groups will creating the best map in your own map, right? Some of you want to study more which city, which area, the linkage, anything. You will build up your own base map. And then another group works is on next week. And then later you will have individual work for 2 weeks to done. And I think if you're thinking of your own research, right? If you're thinking of your own research, can you thinking of like what is the strategy, what is the concept that you want to develop your city, and then what is the figure? Right now, you can creating your base map of your research now. I think this can help you about the proposal. I think could help you for other proposal as well. So good luck with that. And Ajahn Gai will lecture now, right?
Do we need some break? Okay, just please come back as soon as possible. I think 5 minutes is okay.
Refreshing. we should start right now.
Yeah, okay. Just want to give more information about Chiang Mai for you. Thank you very much for you all to research about Chiang Mai in advance. But these are the information. Maybe you know Chiang Mai a bit better, but maybe I need to skip something because it might be too long. Because I like to include like Chiang Mai as we know today, the geography. I like to start from geography because I think geography and history are combined, and it's the very good information about any city you want to study. I think these two things go together. So that's why I start with geography and history. And then I like to show how, in the planning process, the vision of the city, right? In the planning process, after we know the problem, and we should formulate the vision. And I used to do the participatory visioning of Chiang Mai. That's why I like to share with you. And then the city profile. And of course, I'm interested in the historic neighborhoods. So I like you to know that Chiang Mai is an old city. It's a living historic city. So that's why it has a lot of neighborhoods in Chiang Mai. And without the awareness of this, maybe, like all tourists that, from the internet, something like that. And that's why I want to stress on the spirit of the old cities, because it's my topic when I research. And is there a future for Chiang Mai? And if you go to the travel and leisure in 2016, you will find that Chiang Mai is one of the very best world city. It's only from the voting from people, but it's travel and leisure, of course. But Chiang Mai come at the very top. It's come from second, only after Charleston in South Carolina. All these: Bangkok, Rome, Barcelona, Kyoto, and of course, foreigners are below Chiang Mai. But in last year, at the end of last year, the rank has changed, and Chiang Mai come number 9. It's still one of the 10 best city for traveling. I think because our friend talk about the friendliness of the people and the history and many things. One of the things, when we talk about creative city, maybe we need to know that Chiang Mai is one of the UNESCO Creative City Network, and in category of craft and folk art. So maybe when you know this, you might like to look at craft and folk art in Chiang Mai more. What are they and where are they? And how can we make them, strengthening them? And these you can look in the information yourself. I just want to show you that they are, Chiang Mai is in the list since 2017. And the pottery, the silver work, wood carving, silk embroidery, and lacquerware are the expertise of Chiang Mai. Also, actually, Ajahn Phu will tell you, can tell you very good thing about the digital nomad, because it's one of his research topic as well. So Chiang Mai is, best in many ways. Again, Chiang Mai come like number 10, and this is like this year. So I don't know if you have this idea, you will think that, why Chiang Mai is good for digital nomad, because it might have the Wi-Fi connectivity very good. The cost of living is fine. The community is very friendly, and it has a lot of things to see, to do, and to not just because when they work from home or from far away, they just don't want to work, right? They want to do things. So a lot of activities in Chiang Mai as well. And transportation hub, which means you can travel very easy from Chiang Mai to other places, internationally and locally. I like to start from the geography of Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is in the inland, the Chiang Mai Lamphun Basin. You can see there, it's quite a wide area there. And it's been one of the big, all the dots are related to the history, because King Lang Rai, who built Chiang Mai, he started from the king from Chiang San, in Chiang Rai. And those Phang, Prao, Lamphun are all the cities that he's been before he come to Chiang Mai. And the roots is there. So you can see the connections in terms of physical connection, not only history in terms of text, This is why Ajahn Phu and I asked you a lot, why don't you put those information on the maps? Because we think we are so familiar with this representation, and we think we understand better than we only look at the text. Chiang Mai is in the biggest basin, is another name of the kingdom is Lana Kingdom, which means million of rice fields. So rice fields. So it means we have potential to grow a lot of rice, because the other area are very small in the valleys. So they have very small opportunities to grow rice, and they have less wealth, right? And you see from this, Chiang Mai city is here, Ping River, and the Suthep mountain is on the west. So the water comes from the river. Before King Mang Rai come to Chiang Mai, he experienced a lot of problem of the cities, of flooding or anything. So that's why he choose this location, and it's very successful. Chiang Mai has come center of Lana for over 700 years. And these stream, I just want to show you that these streams are like the blood vessels of Chiang Mai. So it's the water that comes to the city and make the city survive, or I cannot think of the word, but I know you understand. Okay. This is the very important physical attribute of Chiang Mai. Those kind of small streams from the west to the east. And in the past, we have a big reservoir here for preventing flooding. But nowadays, this reservoir has been filled. So maybe it's a problem of Chiang Mai afterwards. We don't know. We experience a lot of flooding, and you might experience as well about this time, because the rain has much different from the past. It rains a lot in a very short time. So I think it's a global problem. And this is how, the city was flooded in the past. So this is the present aerial photograph of Chiang Mai. And Ajahn Phu kindly give you the, the ring road. You can see from here, the 3 ring roads. Yeah, the maps are on for each group. You see that the ring roads are the new connections for the city. In terms of the planning, they said, they give more accessible to the areas, but in terms of sustainable city, we think that it makes the city grow like ribbon developments. A lot of developments go around that area instead of compact city. Okay. In 1943, the city is still very compact in the old area. And this is the old map of Chiang Mai. You can see to the west is the Suan Dok temple and Vieng Suan Dok. Vieng is a city. So Vieng Chiang Mai is here. You can see the reservoirs there. And then, along the Mekha Canal that I'm not sure that I mentioned to this group that it's the canal that it's also the outer ring road, outer old town. We have like two layers: the inner town and the outer town, the old town of Chiang Mai. Okay, thank you very much. What happened? Yes. Yes, please. Inner and outer old town. Right?
So what I am to say is the role of the efforts because I think in the rings and the evolution and a lot of things about and how this mountain have an impact on the city development. As how does the city development have an impact on this something like the correlation.
Development of the city now. It's a visual topography. You know the word, right? Because we have Wat Phra That Doi Suthep on top of the mountain, and the people relate a lot to the temple and the mountain. So it's not only the mountain for us, it's a visual topography, and it means a lot for the old people of Chiang Mai. And nowadays, when we go, anywhere we look to the west, and then we see the temple, the old people still pay respect. They why to the temple. Okay.
If I may add, maybe in response to this question, maybe it also has something to do with the location of the site. You mentioned topography, and Chiang Mai is quite flat, a kind of flat area, and that is that tends to be what the ideas of occupation where people could community could gather, unlike those the mountainous regions. And in a similar manner, in the Philippines, we also have some sort of, because Thailand is, you told us that it is a potential agricultural supplier of rice, right?
Right.
In a similar way, because you said that you have valleys here where you can plant the rice. But in the Philippines, we don't have the luxury of having that plains. We have mountainous areas, and these mountainous areas are are modified. Have you heard of an Awe rice? That it is one of the World Heritage.
Right,
Sites
right.
where they,
We also have that.
yeah, something like that. But it's a wide area with that modifications in the mountains. But on those areas, like it's a primary agricultural land, but you cannot hardly see some sort of civilizations in there. And as much of the people have went to the lower part of the mountains to build some sort of cities. And I think it is somewhat similar and analogous to the Chiang Mai, because you have showcased earlier that behind Chiang Mai is a rich mountainous area, and the people have settled in this particular area.
Right. Thank you very much indeed for your comment. So I just, you asked a question before this slide. Just want to show you how, the important elements in the history of Chiang Mai. You see the circle here, it's Vieng Chet Lin. So we have like Vieng Chiang Mai, Vieng Son Dok, Vieng Chet Lin, and the Suthep Mountain on the view. And we used to have number 5, it's Vieng Kum Kam. Before Chiang Mai, that's a city that King Mang Rai built it, but it's have a lot of problems including the flood. So the city moved to new town or Chiang Mai, which means this is a new town. Okay. And maybe I need to, move from the history part because I think we don't have much time. You can read the history and it's long time ago. And we have some relation with Sukhothai. I just want to mention that all those names that I mentioned before, Chiang San, which is this one, Lamphun, and this one, Phang, also somewhere like, a regular form, none of them are square. So Chiang Mai is the first city of King Mang Rai who built the square one. So, and it's not very much square city in northern Thailand, except from, Sukhothai. If you know Sukhothai, you can go to visit this. But Sukhothai is a dead city already. It's like a museum, open air museum, but Chiang Mai is still a living historic city. We have relation with Sukhothai, and you can read a lot of this later on. And this is, one of the public space that you should mention. It's in front of the, now is a museum, but in the past it used to be a court is behind this one. I take photograph from the court to the city hall. Yeah, city hall. Yeah, but the coffee shop there is very good. You can read there. I see. There's a good coffee shop and there's also reading space that you can use. Yes, you should go. Okay, I will move very fast because I think Ajahn Poo like to say something as well. So this is all like the historical significance of the area and, the gates and the corners, which is very important for us. And somebody talk about this is in the north, the city north and east direction is important and is sacred. So if you go to the north and now the north gate, the Chang Phuoc gate has collapsed. Yeah, I think you have heard the news because of the rain, the heavy rain a couple of days ago. But this is a further north, and it's for when king or soldiers come to the city, they will come from the north. So it's a sacred direction. And I think we should visit this. This is Unseen Chiang Mai. We will talk about this later on. And it's similar to, yes. This is the white elephant monument also in the north. Okay, I think, or about the info. And this is the locations of the temple within the square city wall, and also not only not only the area, but the scenery is quite significant as well, because the townscape, and when you see this, you remember. So it's the image element of Chiang Mai. And there are a lot of craft. If you like, I can share this one to you later. And maybe the city is, of course, changed quite fast. And as I mentioned that, in the workshop of the city plan long time ago, 2011. So, we asked people of Chiang Mai to come and ask them how, in the next 30 years, what do you think Chiang Mai will be? And what makes Chiang Mai livable? So they are engaged a lot, and then they are in groups and make vision of Chiang Mai. I think if we have time, it's very interesting, but because we have no time, I will just pass this very quickly. And most of them talk about like culture, clean area, clean, safe city, no traffic jam. And they also talk about a lot about public transport, because until now, we still don't have a very good public transport at the moment. And we really hope that we have. And some of them talk about like the garden city, and of course they talk about the citizens. And this is how it looks from, the skyline of Chiang Mai. It's much different from when you skyline of the Italian old cities, right? Because they are like, the skyline is fairly smooth, and you can see quite clearly that where is the important buildings. But for us, it's quite messy, actually. Culture or what? Lana. Culture. Right. Yes, one of the things. You talk about very big things, in like 1 second. Culture is a lot of things, right? Food, language, way of life, beliefs. How can I tell you in this such a short time? Stay longer. We will have a Yi Peng, which means Loi Krathong. Loi Krathong, what does it call in English? Very soon. Yeah. So you should and actually